Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to Profoundish. My name is Alex. This is supposed to be Weston talking right now, but, well, he didn't record an intro this week. So, on behalf of myself and everybody at home listening, Weston, shame on you. But hey, listen, it's okay because it's a pretty laid-back episode. We're just going to be kind of hanging out and talking, kind of catching each other up on some things in our lives. And then later on, we're going to be solving some pretty weird moral dilemmas. So stick around and enjoy this episode of Profoundish.
I'm wearing the black shirt today.
I'm wearing the gray shirt today.
Is that gray? I can't tell if I'm colorblind or not. It looks blue to me. Maybe like blue-gray, but blue.
No, it is completely gray. Maybe there's a lot of saturation on my camera, but no.
Maybe I should hang on. Let me move you to my other monitor. It might be my monitor.
It's like metallic
it still
gray.
Seems blue-gray. Yeah. Maybe I just think metallic gray looks blue. Maybe that's the real issue. Am I colorblind?
You can reject what I'm saying. You can just stick to your guns. Like, I reject it. This is blue.
Well, it's not like it clearly doesn't look navy blue. It clearly doesn't look sky blue. It doesn't look like whatever when someone says blue, it doesn't look like blue, but it looks
like there's blue in it, apparently.
A version of blue to me. So when you said gray, I was like, okay.
It's just a lighter version of this mic, which is like a dark gray.
You know, that's kind of true because the mic kind of blends into your shirt a little bit. And the mic wouldn't be blue. That'd be weird. I'm going to have to take, I'm coming out, everybody. I'm taking a colorblind test. This has to happen.
There's the title of the video.
Well, if we do that, they're going to expect that we're doing it live. Wait, can I do it live?
Oh, that would be cool because then we could like share your screen or something.
Yeah, I could. A color
that would be cool.
Blind test. Or I spelled tet, but test. Okay, test. N-Chroma, #1 online colorblind test. Test for color vision deficiency. Sure. I'm clicking it. Let's find out. Sure.
He hits the red button that says, sure.
The thing is, like, it's not uncommon in men, in particular, for I forget if it's like the rods or cones, which one it is or whatever. The thing that helps us differentiate colors on the color spectrum, one, outright from birth, women have a stronger sense of that than men on average. It's some gene. Yeah. There's some gene where that's just the way your eyes they're functioning fine. For some reason, women
so interesting
have a specific thing with their gene where they can see color better. So already as a dude, disadvantaged, and then as you age, that like whatever it is in your eye like just wears down. So those colors start to like merge.
I'm pretty sure that it's either impossible or highly unlikely for a woman to ever be colorblind. It's almost all men.
I don't think it's impossible, but I think it is because you've got like red, green, and you've got like, there's a yellow one, yellow something. Yeah. There's a couple versions of colorblind, and it is much more common for men to be some kind of colorblind than women.
Okay,
I forget
so it's
all the details.
Highly unlikely for women. Yeah, so it's 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
1 in 12 to 1 in 200. That's nearly 20 times the difference.
Also, though, for men, 1 in 12, I figured it'd be a greater difference than 1 in 12.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm sitting here and I'm like, am I colorblind? Right. There was a game that I used to play on Roblox when I was streaming Roblox. I stream video games on YouTube, everybody. Magic Man Mo on YouTube. Give me a subscribe. Subscribe, comment, and follow. No, anyway, there was a game on Smack the Bucket. There was a video game. There's a game in Roblox that the whole premise was that you would be on this like field of squares. And like up on a wall, a color would pop up. And you had to run to the square with that color on it. And it's a multiplayer game. And if you weren't on that square, like all the other squares would like vanish and you'd fall to your doom or whatever. And I sucked at that game so bad. And I was like, am I colorblind?
Is Weston colorblind?
I'm going to click the big blue button that says take the test.
Okay.
Get ready to take the test. Okay, hang on. I'm going to try to share my screen. I hope this is recording because we're in video, everybody. For those of you that are listening.
Yeah, this is just the very next one after a Valentine's special. So I hope you enjoy the visuals.
Enjoy.
Oh my gosh, I see your screen.
Yes, you can see my screen. Hopefully this is recording. We're on video now, everybody. And that means if you are watching the video on YouTube or Spotify, you get a special treat here. We will describe everything for our audio listeners. Don't worry. Get ready to take the test. It says, turn your brightness to 100%. I don't know how to do that, so I'm not gonna.
He's already going to fail. He's not even following the first direction.
I'm not expected to know how my monitor works, is it? The monitor, I paid like $600 for this monitor. This is a very nice monitor. I probably don't use it to its full effect.
Probably
Be sure to turn off any blue light filter. I don't have that. Please note that you'll have 7 seconds to respond to each plate, or each test plate. To get your baseline results, don't wear any tinted lenses. Okay, I'm not doing that. To see your performance improvement while wearing N-chroma glasses. I don't have those. Are you wearing them? I am not. Start test.
Okay.
All right, so we got like this green and pink, the pink 9 here. I can see that. Oh, I got 7.
Okay,
I forgot I got like 7 seconds. That's a 1. That's a 9. So we got like different colors here, and it's doing the thing where it's like numbers inside of a bunch of different bubbles, and the colors need to they're different colors. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all, everybody listening and watching at home, everybody knows what I'm talking about. So far, I'm not having any trouble though.
So you're just supposed to be able to see. I didn't really listen to the directions. You're just supposed to make sure you can see all the numbers.
Yeah, there's like a number in here, and you have to click on the number.
Yeah.
This one's kind of tough. So those greens are kind of tough. That like blue. I think I got them all. I think I did it all.
Okay.
Let's see what test. You have normal color vision.
Okay.
No, confirm here first, everybody. Not colorblind.
Well, now though we can put that in our title if we want, because you actually did it. Weston took a colorblind test.
We can actually say, "Is Weston colorblind?" Question mark.
It's
Surprise
not
YouTube
clickbait.
face. It's not clickbait.
Get ready for some surprise YouTube faces, by the way, because Weston and I are doing some behind-the-scenes work for the show.
Yes.
And we're taking some new thumbnail pictures, so you're not going to see. I was joking to him off camera. I was like, people finally don't have to see the same dang 4 pictures of me going over and over again in that white shirt. That'll be fun.
Yeah, because for those of you that listen to the podcast actually on YouTube, I make the thumbnails where like people can click on the video, right? And so Alex has just not been happy with his thumbnail faces and me cycling through the same few over and over again. So he sent me new ones now for 2024. And not only did he send me new pictures that are higher res and, more emotive, but he did them in different outfits and different shirts.
I went up to Weston
and I wasn't going to do that. I just wear the same thing every time. I'm like, well, now I have to take mine in different shirts.
That's what it's all about. I had to give him that extra push. I didn't know you already took some new ones. Did you do it without your hat? I mean, people are going to be able to see, but I think that's good.
I went back and forth on this, but because you did a bunch of different shirts, maybe I'll do a bunch of different shirts too, because I did it without the hat, but I still wore like one of my classic Hawaiian shirts, which is like my thing on YouTube. But maybe I'll wear a bunch of just regular clothes and be a regular guy.
You should, because really with this show, it really is kind of like you're Weston, you have Magic Man Mo, you've got your things, and I'm Alex, and I've got medleys, and I got my things, right? But here we're us. So.
That's true. You don't have that issue where you're trying to combat, like on the internet, I have this alter ego, Magic Man Mo. You don't really have that because you're Alex or Alex Duquette on like everything.
That is fair. I thought about that for a while, though. I thought about being the medley man, changing my name and kind of going by that name because I thought it's simple. It would work. It actually, well, it's got to be taken now, but years ago it wasn't. And anyway, I thought, but then I thought, you know what? I'm Alex Duquette. I can keep it broad, and I'm kind of glad that I did that. So, because sometimes Weston and I, as anyone who's listened before already knows, if you're new, because you may be new, by the way, if you're new and you're watching this, thanks for hanging out with us. Who knows? Maybe they saw the video and thought, oh, I want to check this out now. Weston and I have been friends for years and years and years, since we were 14 or so. And anyway, so I still, right, I called him Weston long before Magic Man Mo, and I call him Weston after, but sometimes I will, not on purpose, I will accidentally, I'll look at him and go, oh, that's Mo. Like, sometimes I don't separate them just because you're so ingrained with that, too.
I mean, it was also a common, like, it's not that weird. Like, I totally go by Mo. It is a legitimate nickname I had
that is
in
true.
School and baseball. It was an old baseball nickname. It's a legitimate nickname I had. It wasn't just, because a lot of people do this, especially in gaming, where it's like, oh, yeah, your username is like your gamer tag or just something random. You know, like Ball Sniper 39 or whatever. But no, mine was like Mo was a legitimate nickname. I don't know.
Ball Sniper's been taken.
Update: there is a Medley Man on YouTube now, like at Medley Man. He's got 3 subscribers. Don't break my heart.
Is it 3?
He's got 3 subscribers.
Okay, good. So he's not bigger than me. Good.
He's not bigger than you. Now there is a Medley Man 9428, and he's got 50 subscribers.
Okay,
more than 3.
Okay, that is more than 3.
I wonder.
Hey, 50 was a milestone. I remember hitting 50.
50 was a milestone for me too. 50. I did a karaoke video as a 50 subscriber celebration, and I wore a Burger King crown and 3D glasses.
I need to pray for a moment and pray that it comes true that you do it again. Alex, it needs to happen.
Alex, your prayers are coming true.
What?
By the time this episode comes out, I will have already done it. So
what?
You're living in the past, Alex. But this Valentine's Day, A Date with Mo 3 will be airing live. Yeah, that's right, 3. We've done 2 of these before. And at the end of A Date with Mo 2, me and the chat, because like the premise, for those of you that don't follow the deep lore of the Magic Man Mo YouTube channel, the premise of A Date with Mo is that I'm taking my stream chat on a date, and we go to like a dinner and a movie and stuff like that, and like we talk about things or whatever, and there's a deep lore behind it. Also bubbling in the background that you can either care about or not. But anyway, we were going to karaoke, and then it ends in a cliffhanger where like the power goes out or something like that, because there's like secret shenanigans going on. But so that was a massive cliffhanger, so that when we got to the third one, that would be the karaoke stream. The promise, the long ago promised karaoke stream. So we're doing that very soon, actually.
Wait. Like literally, I've been waiting for like a decade. So this is wonderful.
I have a set list. I have the songs picked. Are they practiced? Vaguely. Will
That's
it be
exactly
good?
What we
No.
want. That's exactly what we want. We want vague practice. We want them to not be good. Actually, I still think they'll be good. You'll probably harmonize with every single one.
I'm trying to figure out. I probably need to reduce. I made, like I said, I have a set list of, I think I counted 20 songs. I'm trying to reduce them down to probably 10 to figure out what would work best on stream. So I'm still playing with that right now, leading up to it. As of recording this, we're like a week away, so we're coming up. That's coming fun. Up on that. Your Can't prayers wait. Are coming true. I posted a hint about it in the Discord, and it was funny that the people that knew what I was hinting at were like, "Oh my gosh!" And then like, I had someone else in the Discord that was not picking up on the hint, had no idea what was going on, and they're just like, "By the way, Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is out. Play it." And I'm like, "Sure, but that's not what this is about right now."
That's what this. That sounds about right. That's good.
That's my that's where we're at. So good news, I'm not colorblind, and I will be singing karaoke.
I mean, 2024 is the year. This is the year to be alive.
2024 is the year, even for Profoundish, right?
It is.
Like we launched a Patreon, and that was like January. January, Patreon, clap. February, video, clap. March, merch,
clap.
Maybe
April, showers. May, flowers.
Wait, hold on. April showers. That's when we launch our OnlyFans.
Well, when you say showers,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm following.
That's
okay.
what I'm saying. This is going to be something that you probably didn't watch because this probably wasn't big. But when I was new to YouTube, not making YouTube content, like literally 2008 ish, 2007 or no, 2008 or 2009 ish or whatever. When I was like getting onto YouTube for the first time and watching videos on YouTube for the first time, there was this vlog channel, which I didn't know it was vlogging at the time, but it was. This is probably so telling. There was this series of these two women that were probably fully clothed, but they were bare from the shoulders up, and they would just talk about things in a shower, where like the camera is like where the shower head would be, and the water's not running. They're just in a shower, and you could see them from shoulders up, and they would talk about random topics.
Was it called Two Girls in a Shower? That's what it should have been called.
It was like literally called Two Girls in a Shower. I'm going to try to look this up. I don't know if I should.
Well, just don't screen capture it just in case.
Yeah, YouTube. I'm not screen capturing. YouTube's going to be like, we're not a porn site. And I'm like, but it was 2008 or 9. It was the
You're
Wild
like, but
West
you
of
were.
YouTube. And that was the thing that like blew my mind. I'm like, you can like. Also, I was young and naive. I'm like, are they naked on camera? Are they allowed to do that? I was mind blown.
That's so brilliant. I mean,
that time.
Oh my gosh, that's interesting.
I'm gonna Google
I'm not familiar with that.
Two girls. Okay, that's ASMR. That's two people kissing. That's a Pitch Perfect singing in the shower scene. I remember that. I know that from Pitch Perfect. Yeah, I think that channel probably got blasted into oblivion at some point in time.
Yeah,
probably.
There's something to that name though, because our mutual friend Dave over at Camp Nostalgic, shout out to them. Season 3 of Saturday Mornings coming out soon, so go check out Camp Nostalgic at campnostalgic.org. Anyway, Dave, he always had this idea years ago, long before Camp Nostalgic, to do. We all talked about this. You were involved in this too, and it was having a Let's Play channel called In Bed with Two Men. And it was just two men playing games in a bed together, fully clothed, but just kind of, they're sitting up against the back headrest of the bed, and then they're just blankets on them, and they're just pillows at their backs. They're just playing games.
I love that just for the premise. It's like you're not doing anything new. Like it's a Let's Play channel, but the premise is enough of a hook.
Right.
You know what I mean? To stand out. That it's simple. But it could also be, what I really like it for is if it could be two or three dudes in a bed playing cozy games. Your Stardew Valleys, your Slime Ranchers. Just these dudes being really just like playing these soft core cozy games. Talking about life. I think I don't know. There's something there maybe. You'd be in your pajamas or nightgown and a little night hat cap or something.
I do like the contrast. Well, now you're really going somewhere with the nightcap and all that, because that could almost be more just kind of like fall asleep with me, and then like we're playing games and you're in bed, like watch this while you're in bed, right? And we're all just kind of in bed, just going to sleep. But I also like the contrast too of like maybe them and they're playing like horror games or something. And like when they get scared, they can cover up in the blankets because they can't look at the screen. There's a lot of fun little gags that they could do.
I don't know. I think Camp Nostalgic, we need to get you, me, and Dave all together, even though we all live hundreds of miles apart.
Hey, or you and I mean, we still live apart, but I'm saying eventually, as Profoundish becomes the huge juggernaut that it will be, we can have Profoundish plays, and we can have a whole series of Two Men in Bed.
Profoundish gets big. And then we have a Twitch series. It's like the Profoundish After Dark. It's Profoundish in Bed.
Yeah,
and we're all snuggled up. I've got a blanket right now on. I'm still rocking the Christmas blanket right now. I got to throw it in the wash. I've got a different blanket to rotate to. I got blankets, man.
You rotate blankets?
Yeah,
I've got a few. I should have grabbed one because I'm actually kind of cooler in here than I thought I would be. I got both my studio lights going because if I don't have them on, it looks pitch black in here.
Right.
And it usually gets hot, but I actually turned on the AC just to get some air moving around, and it actually is doing okay. So I don't I'm actually a little too cool is what I was saying. I might actually get a blanket. But you got your coffee, too. You're all cozy.
I've got my blankie. I got my coffee. I try to be a cozy guy. My coffee.
I'm a cozy guy. So, Weston, what's this episode about today?
It's the Weston's still figuring out the video portion of this podcast, so he didn't come up with a topic. Whoops!
So, if you are new to the... I was just going to say, if you are new to the show, I guess we should explain what we usually do.
Yes.
I know we're 20 minutes in, but usually what happens is Weston and I will come in with a topic or an idea and an activity planned based around that topic, fun little game or something, and the other guy doesn't know what it is, with some exceptions sometimes. So this week, it was Weston's turn, and it's the whatever you want. Do you want me to pull up the generator, the topic generator?
We can. Like, we're already deep in this episode. I figured the second half, we can return to the old standby moral dilemma cards for our game today. So I figured, for the next little bit, we can just kind of like whatever updates we got about life and stuff and whatever, and then we'll transition over. We can do that. It's the cozy episode.
I like the cozy episode. I'm totally fine with being cozy. And you know what's funny? I do have a good update that I can give.
Yes.
You probably won't notice a single difference in the studio, Weston, but this keyboard is actually not the keyboard that's usually here.
Is it really not? Okay.
It's not. This is a totally different keyboard. Now, I want to explain something, and I will do it in kind of... for anyone who's not in the music world, to make it to where they still kind of understand. So I needed a change in the way that I compose and record and write my music. So what I've been doing is I bought a keyboard. For those of you who are the audio nerds, I got a Korg Kronos version 2, 73 key. I did have that keyboard. I loved that thing. And basically what I did was all of the sounds that you hear in any songs that I do that besides drums and guitars, are coming from that keyboard, right? So if it's like a violin or a trumpet or brass or whatever, it's coming from these very...
If it is a brass.
Just a single brass. It would be coming from that keyboard. And they're highly, they're well-recorded sounds, so they sound realistic, right? But what my peers do is not that. What most of my peers do is they have sound libraries that they pull from their computer, and they record via MIDI, right? They record data. They don't record audio from a keyboard sound into the computer for the most part. There's some exceptions to that, of course. Most people do it through MIDI with sound libraries on the computer because since it's data, you can manipulate single notes at a time. You can make changes on the fly. The way I've been doing it is if I record something and I make a single mistake, I can't fix it. It's printed audio. I have to go back and redo the whole thing over and over and over again, right, until I get it right. So it's not really great for efficiency. So it was hard to do because I've gotten used to my system, even though it's less efficient. But I knew I'm really getting into like music composition, game composition, and I need to be able to work faster and more efficient. So I decided I'm going to sell this keyboard because the keyboard's worth a pretty penny. And I thought I'm going to use that money to buy very high quality sounds on my computer instead, so that I can use my other keyboard and just plug it in through MIDI and do it the way that most of my peers do. And we talk about this in our Patreon exclusive conversation. Join our Patreon, everybody. You can hear exclusive chats where we talk about anything off the cuff. But in there, we did talk about not having your phone and like how it's like and how we're connected to our phones so much more, and you feel naked without it. And I felt naked without my keyboard. I thought, I don't know if I can do this, right? Because I've gotten used to it so much, right?
Yeah.
All of my sounds for my medleys, I always use the same drum sounds. I use the same piano sounds, same this. I had my system, but I knew a change was needed, right? Sometimes change is good, God, even if it's just for the sake of change. And as much as I hate to admit that, it is. So I did it. So yesterday, as of the recording of this, I sold my keyboard. I took it to the music shop and I sold it. They cut me a check for it, and I'm using that money to buy all my sounds on the computer. So now I can record via MIDI, which allows me to manipulate and change my recordings on the fly and not have to completely redo everything all the time. It's going to make my workflow way better for all kinds of stuff, including Profoundish music, perhaps. So I know that's kind of a lot, and it might sound not like a lot to some, but to me, it's a big deal, and it's exciting to finally be able to check that off my list for the year, and I'm on to a new workflow with my music.
That sounds exciting. I'm a little bummed, though, that you didn't wait too long and they wouldn't give you any money for it, so that the next time I was up, you're like, I got to get rid of this. Weston, here's a whole keyboard just for free.
That would have been next on the list. I always give you all my crap. No, that held its value pretty well, actually. Here's the thing with that keyboard, right? That keyboard, I won't go into the amounts, but I bought it at a time when I shouldn't have bought it because it was that expensive. And then, I couldn't quite afford it yet. But it's retained its value really well. The issue, though, is that I didn't sell it individually where I could have gotten more for it. So it's not going for that much less than what it went for new. A little bit, maybe about 20% less. But it's really retained a lot of value. But the problem is that because of the amount of money that it is, I just didn't, and I have such bad experiences with Marketplace and Craigslist. Yeah. I don't want to deal with it.
Go back, everyone, to Alex's episode about the Facebook Marketplace story.
Yeah, I sold another piece of audio equipment, and that was fun. You should look that up. You can just type that in on YouTube. You'll find it. Type in Facebook Marketplace. You'll find the episode. Anyway, I didn't want to deal with it, especially dealing with a stranger over the computer for a product that's worth a lot of money. I didn't want to. You never know. So I decided to take a little bit less money for it and just trade it in at a big box store. It still covered the cost of what I needed to do on my computer to replace the sounds that I lost. And the nice thing, too, is that they're higher quality sounds, and you can get updates, and they're a lot more customizable because it's data. It's not printed audio. So there's a lot more I can do. It's just now it's kind of like, oh, my God, where do I start?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to... So now I'm kind of like a kid in a candy store because others oh my God, I get to try out all these new sounds and figure out what I like. And I need the biggest warning people say about buying these sound packs is especially the one I got, it's called the Complete 14 Ultimate. And they say, it's got every sound you can imagine. But the problem is that don't spend your time looking through every single sound because you're never going to hear every sound that's offered in this. Make your music. If you dig too deep into it, you're never going to make anything. Know yourself. Be creative, right? So, and I was victim of that with my old keyboard with all those sounds on there. I would just tinker around, and it's good to tinker, but you got to know yourself and know when to stop and actually get some work done too, So I'm gonna stick with my usual rhythm, which is basically find sounds quickly that I like. Since once again it's MIDI data, if I just decide I want to change one of my instruments, I can just flip a switch on my computer. If I don't like how that trumpet sounds, I can flip it to a different trumpet sound and it'll be better. I don't have to re-record it, keep looking, so it's good for the flow. I'm excited.
Now that sounds exciting. So the next album's coming out when?
April 14th.
2026.
2026.
That's the catch.
Definitely want to do a new album. Won't be this year. It's possible that there will be a 2025 album. I won't be able to know exactly when yet. So probably beginning of the year. But we'll see. It takes time, but I might get started on it this year. I'll say that.
But that's exciting. You have it's like getting a new toy and having to figure out how the toy, how you can play with the toy. So
but that's exciting, but it's also bittersweet because it is kind of the end of an era for me because I've done so much of that keyboard. My album was produced with that keyboard.
Yeah.
Right? All of my medleys that have brought my YouTube channel to where it is now is because of that. Not because of the keyboard, but the keyboard was a huge tool in that. And every song on my album that I did write, I wrote on that keyboard. So it's weird to say goodbye to the physical object more than anything.
You should have signed it and then told the guys that bought it that that album was made on it and see if you got more money for it.
I should have. Like, I'm the guy who did songs from Sangamon Street, and he's going to go, "What's that?"
Gravity Man. That was, that one, surely.
You know that one. Come on, that is my most streamed song. You got to know that.
God, I've already forget the name
Cookie
of the
Cutter,
one. Like, go back to the
and
car.
Vaseline. Oh, go sit in the car.
Go sit in the car. The go sit in the car one. That's the other popular one, I think.
That's another highly streamed one. Well, highly streamed. By my standards, it's one of the higher streamed ones.
Well, yeah, don't compare yourself to Taylor Swift's Eras tour,
Yeah, I can't do that. No way. No way. But anyway, there's my update. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. And in fact, when you and I are done recording tonight, I'm probably going to play with these new toys a little bit because it's all fresh and new and exciting.
That is exciting. I'm trying not to play with a bunch of stuff that I'm working on as well in the writing space because I have actual work I have to do first. It's like I've got lots of work I got to do, but I got other things that I want to do, and I'm trying to like figure it out. I'm trying to make.
Isn't that fun though to be excited about it though? To be excited about doing certain things.
Well, the problem is I get excited about something and I have no self-control, and I just start working on it instead of the thing that I should be doing.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
And then it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, oh no, I have to be up in 3 hours. No, God, no, please, no. I've made a mistake.
I found for me that I write everything down now. I have digital versions of stuff too, but I write everything down, and it helps me. There is a psychology to writing things down. There's something about it, but for me, it helps me stick to the stuff that I don't really want to do as much. Like, just because I'll go to my calendar that I wrote things down on and go, okay, I want to do this today, but I got to do this thing first. Just get it done. No, granted, you still need to have some self-control, right? You could easily still write it down and go, erase. You just, write it with a pencil, erase it, and go, I don't have to do that today,
I told you a couple of weeks ago I was like scheduling out my week so I know what I was doing and when. It's not gone well. I have ignored myself many times. It's like,
don't give up.
You got 2 hours to do this thing, and I'm like, but also, what if I did this other thing instead, and then never did that thing that I scheduled? Whoops.
Hey, so don't give up on it though.
Very bad.
Are you still doing it, or are you still scheduling?
I'm behind. I need to schedule the new week. So currently, I have an unscheduled week, and that's not good. I need structure.
You do honestly? Maybe do you write it, or do you just do it like Google Calendar, or like how do you?
I put it in Google Calendar. I put it in from my computer because if I put it in from my phone, this sounds so pedantic, but if I put it in from my phone, that's too much effort because like little screen, thumbs, my hands start sweating, the screen starts doing weird things, whatever. It gets too annoying. So I'm not as detailed, or I'll be like lazy about how I put it in. I'll put it in from the computer. And have access to it on the phone. I want to get a physical calendar, and I've said this before, a physical calendar to keep track of things, and I just haven't done it. When I'm out shopping, I don't think about, calendar. I need to make a shopping list, I guess, but...
You know what you should just do? And do it tonight, man. Go to Amazon and get, it's literally I think it was $5. It was like 20% off or something, but still cheap for like a production calendar. And it's kind of bigger. It's slightly bigger than an average calendar, but there's like lines and you can write on it. Just black and white, super simple, but it's cheap. And you can write your stuff down on it. Unless you want something pretty. But
weird question. Do you ever feel bad for ordering like 1 or 2 things from Amazon as opposed to several things?
No.
I will literally, if I have one thing I want to buy and have delivered, if it's just the one thing, I won't order it. I will wait until I have a few things that I want. And then order them all at once.
Why?
I don't know. If there's only one thing I want, I'll say, well, I don't need it that bad. And I will just not order it until I have other things I need to.
And you feel bad about it?
Yeah.
Like you feel bad for the delivery driver? Like for the shipping people?
I have no idea who I feel bad for. I'm like, it's just, it's too much effort. No. And it's not too much effort. It's a one-click buy.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, it's just, I don't need it that bad. So I need to have like 5 things that I want.
Just buy 5 calendars.
Because I'll do the thing too where it's like, ship in fewer boxes so that they all come at once or whatever. It might take longer, but they'll give you like, I don't know, an Amazon Music credit or something that I don't use anyway. But they'll be like, it's better for the environment that you're not having one thing delivered at a time in different boxes and blah, blah, blah. So like I'll do that. I'll be like, yeah, just send it all in one box so I can have it all at once.
Yeah, I've done that a time or two too. That's nice. If you're not like hurting to get something really fast, yeah, might as well.
And I'm clearly not hurting to get a calendar really fast because I just have not done it. So.
Well, what I like I said a second ago, just buy 5 calendars. If you can buy 5 years in advance, just do it.
Well, I don't know. Can I order a 2024, a 2025, a 2026, and a 2027, like 5 years of calendars?
I bet you can.
Is anyone making 2027 calendars right now?
We need to get into that market, Weston. Hold on.
Get ahead of the curve.
Calendar. I would share my screen, but it's not. Hold on. Let me type in for sale. I should have just gone right to Amazon. They're on Etsy. 2027 calendar. Yeah, they've got like 4-year calendars.
Maybe that's what I need.
2024 to 2028. Honestly, dude, yeah, there's a calendar. It's 2024 to 2028. It's $10. No, it's not like a wall calendar. It's like a notebook calendar. But if you keep that on your desk or something,
I wonder if that would be as effective. It might be a desk calendar, maybe. Welcome back, everybody.
I forgot these are cards.
These are cards. I know. I'm going to read them. Welcome back, everybody. If the last segment ended abruptly, Alex went to apparently a browser link that did not like being recorded.
Amazon. I went to Amazon.
Which is weird because I started to open up Amazon too when we were talking about calendars. And I mean, maybe I didn't go to wherever I needed to go to kill it, but something happened. So if we
Amazon doesn't like planner calendars.
Apparently, planner calendars are not allowed to be recorded. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe the calendar designs are so simple and easy to copy. They're like, no, we can't let people record these. They'll steal our calendar designs.
You know us.
There's a lot of, if you look into this, there's a lot of, in my opinion, dubious videos and tutorials about like how to make thousands of dollars on Amazon a month, just printing like notebooks to sell that people order off of. Like you just open up
crap like that,
a design document, slap some lines together, put a good cover on it, and sell notebooks professionally. Yeah. And I'm like, it seems really scammy because the way they like set up the premise of these like videos and stuff seems really like scammy. But I'm like, I guess it's, if you are selling honest to God notebooks, I guess that's legit.
Exactly. But why does it seem so illegitimate? It seems so the opposite of legit.
It seems illegitimate because they set it up like, here's the quick and easy way to make 10 grand on Amazon a month. And clearly not everybody's making 10 grand a month doing that, but like somebody must be. And I'm like, I guess that checks out, but I don't know. We're doing some more quandaries. Welcome back, everybody. For the second segment, we usually play some kind of game related to the topic. There was no topic. So we're reading cards.
There was no topic. You look so sad.
I am a little sad because I was preparing all those alternate podcast episodes that we were doing. And I just didn't prepare this week. So that's on me, everybody.
That's okay.
But recurring segment, you can actually see the cards now that I was talking about, is this game called Moral Dilemma. It's probably, on the video, it'll probably be flipped the wrong way. But that's the way it is. Moral Dilemma. That we just co-opted, and I read a moral quandary, read the two options, and we decide which like solution to the moral quandary is the more moral solution. Yeah. That's the game. It's a weird game, honestly. If you actually read how it actually works, it's just kind of a weird game.
But it can spark some interesting and, dare I say, profound conversations. So
that's right. We're being profound, at least a little ish. Card number 1. You have made the best game in the world, but it would turn the population into addicts. Do you A, release the game, usher in peace and joy, but all innovation and productivity ceases? Or B, destroy this disruptive game, the world is not ready?
That's a good card. That really is, though, because okay. Do you have any initial thoughts? I guess we'll start there.
My initial thought is that, like, in the question itself, it just says you created the best game in the world, right? But then the answer A is usher in peace and joy. So, like, it is the best game in the world a game that actually brings peace to the world? You know what I mean? Like,
I guess we have to assume if they say it is. I mean,
like it crosses
realistically,
all,
no.
Like it fills in all gaps, crosses all bridges, all cultures, all of everything. Just everyone gets along now because we all have this shared experience in this one game, but we're all addicted to it. And apparently all innovation and productivity ceases because we're all addicted to playing nothing but this game.
See, that is the part that was like, oh my gosh, yeah, productivity and innovation is gone. But there's essentially what they're implying here is something close to world peace. So, you know, first of all, what kind of game is this, first of all? That's my first question. Like, how good is this game? What is this game?
I mean, imagine
you mentioned
Fortnite.
too the cultures and stuff. And
imagine
Fortnite's close.
You've got Fortnite, and everyone's like, Fortnite is such an amazing game that I just don't even feel bad about anything anymore. I love people. My debts are paid somehow. I'm filled with joy no matter what I do. Everything's peachy. All I want to do is sit here and I don't even know if they still build in Fortnite. I want to play Fortnite as Peter Griffin from Family Guy and shoot at Spider-Man from Marvel.
Right. Wasn't Ariana Grande there too? You can do something with her.
Maybe.
Didn't she do something on there at one point?
There's been concerts in Fortnite.
That's what it is. She had a concert. That's what it was. Well, at the end of the day, what it really boils down to is the money aspect. Because it's implied that if you've made the best game in the world, you will be profiting heavily from that game.
At some point in time, though, I guess we enter like a post money world, right? Because if all productivity ceases, sooner or later, no one's got money to pay for the game because no one's working, no one does any job, right?
So the economy will just completely
crash.
Yeah.
Or crash.
So
we'll crash. The economy will crash.
It will crush us all. See, that's true. So then the next thing you know, all of that money you made will be of essentially no value to you. So, I mean, if it really is going to be at the scale that they say it is, like everybody, like you said, like all cultures, doesn't matter, then the right decision is to burn that game. Burn it with fire. I wish
there was a third option that was like, especially if you knew that this game would disrupt the world. What if you're just like, because the B is destroy this disruptive game. The world is not ready. So of course I'm like, well, what if you take this like game, if it's like on a disc or something, a cartridge, and stick it in a time capsule for like 200 years. And
when will the world be ready?
When will it be ready? They probably wouldn't even have the technology to play such an old game, but like we have to preserve it because it could bring peace to the world, but the world is
when
not
it
ready.
Is ready. Right. I like that. I like breaking this card apart. Just like, okay, so when does this imply the world will be ready one day? I mean,
it feels like it. It feels like that's the implication. I'm kind of conflicted too. If I made the best game in the world, I'm not very good at making games. If I destroy this game, that doesn't stop someone else from making this game. Do we have to be Capes Crusaders on a crusade to find anyone else that's working on this game and stop them?
I'd watch that movie.
I'd live that life.
Well, I think for the sake of humanity, I let's assume that there's not someone else making it. I'm going to burn that game.
We're burning the game. Profoundish would if there was an 11 out of 10 war-ending game, we would destroy. We would destroy that game. Oh no!
Sounds weird when you say it that way.
The morality. I'm really struggling here. Here's the next card. You are sadly involved in a circus-related incident. Medical science has only come so far, and the doctors only have time to perform one operation. Do you A, live with permanent clown makeup and a wig, or B, have a whoopee cushion always trigger in stressful situations? This isn't even a question of morality. This is one of our would you rather games that we
like,
would you rather be a circus millionaire or like millionaire circus edition. We need to play another one of those games.
We do. We should. We need to jot that one down again and do it again. So, first of all, I'm trying to think of what incident or what accident could have happened for you to have permanent clown makeup on, or to have a whoopee cushion and a wig, or a whoopee cushion attached to you when you get stressed. Or
I guess you were a clown and a whoopee cushion was inserted somewhere it needed not to be inserted. That's what I'm thinking.
Somebody didn't understand the concept of a whoopee cushion.
Someone
not all the way.
Know
they
missed assignment.
Right. Exactly.
I feel like there's one answer to this, really. If you think about it, there's only really one solution to this. Because, like, permanent clown makeup and wig, like, you permanently look like a clown. Whoopee cushion in a stressful situation could actually de-stress the situation.
Well, it could. I think you're looking at it with rose-colored glasses. It could. But a lot of the times, when things like that happen and you're stressed, it makes you more mad. It doesn't really reduce the intensity. At least for some people.
But it's also
kind of like
it's uncontrolled though. It's not like, so if someone's really mad and you're like, "Hey, just calm down, bro." And they're like, they don't want to calm down. It's like, "I can't calm down. I can't. I'm calm." Yeah, if you can't control the whoopee, then like you know,
I mean, okay, you're starting to sell me on it. I mean, I do like that idea better. I mean, I was probably going to pick that anyway, just because I love a good whoopee cushion. Yeah. I don't have much else to say, really. I mean, I like a good fart anyway, right? I mean, a well-timed toot is always funny. So, now, and sometimes that would be, I guess, to go against what I said, it would be well-timed because there's that, you need to break the stressful tension. If you're, like, in the stressful, like, say you're, like, in the boardroom, right? You got deadlines to meet. The numbers aren't looking good, boss, and you got to go tell your boss the numbers aren't looking good, and it's like, "Johnson, what are we going to do about this? About this report?" And then you just hear, I mean, everyone's going to, smirk a little bit.
It would make a good character in a TV show. But that's that character's whole. It would make a good TV show, but the one character, his whole shtick is everywhere he goes. If the situation gets tense,
and that would be funnier than the clown thing. If it's that same character, but he was always dressed like a clown, because it'd just be like, "Sorry, I'm clown.
I can't." Circus.
No,
accident.
Would it? I mean, that line would be funny though. "Sorry, circus accident." Like, that is probably funnier than the fart thing. Just he's like a clown. It's like, "Why are you dressed like a clown?" "Sorry, circus accident."
Sorry, circus accident.
I kind of want to write that down. It's like, what's that mean?
It's never explained.
Would it be funnier if it were both? What if it was a guy who's stuck as a clown, and when he gets stressed, he toots? Or is that overkill?
At least if you have the whoopee cushion situation, you can always choose to dress as a clown, right? Yeah. But, if you chose the permanent clown makeup and wig, that's permanent. You can't stop being that. So you could do both.
Yeah. Out of the two, though, I'm going. Weston's kind of convinced me. I'm going with the whoopee cushion.
Whoopee cushion it is in stressful situations. Third card. A devious genie intends to alter people's opinions of you and everyone you will ever become romantically involved with. You've been given a choice. Do you, A, have everyone you meet like you, but think your partner is unfaithful? Or B, have everyone you meet like your partner, but think you're unfaithful? That's a weird one.
That is a weird one. This is difficult. Because I don't want my partner to be viewed that way, especially if it's not true. And it's like, I don't want to look like the a-hole. I don't even know. What's this genie doing? This genie needs to get a life.
It's a devious genie. I think devious is not the right word. It's just downright rude.
Right. Yeah. I agree. Wow.
I think the selfish thing is to say, like, I would rather people think my partner is unfaithful because then you can get away with the better reputation. So that feels selfish. So, like, if we're talking about morality, I think the moral thing to do is to take that hit, because so long as your partner knows you're not, then there's no issue.
Right.
And then everyone else just thinks I'm a turd. But, like,
right.
All well, I guess.
I mean, what's most important is that relationship. So if that's on good ground, then yeah, I guess
take the hit. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think I'd rather take the hit and just know it's not true, and my partner know it's not true, than have my partner deal with that. Is what I'd rather do.
From a very surface, not very deep level, it's really just, are you like caring or not caring about what people think about you?
Right.
I mean, that's really what it boils down to. It's like, if you can deal with that, then deal with it. So, yeah.
Something like that.
I'm with you.
What a weird one. All right, that one goes down. A devious genie. Next card. You've been sealed into a room after a warehouse party, which are really fun, with nothing but coins and empty packaging. To survive the foreseeable future, do you A, eat the polystyrene packaging, surprisingly tasty, or B, swallow some coins, surprisingly nutritious?
I don't like the personality in that card.
I know it had like parenthesized like asides.
So eat plastic or eat coins?
Yeah. I guess like the coins, if they're nutritious, would be a better option than the tasty polystyrene packaging. Like, would you rather eat packing peanuts or coins? I would rather eat packing peanuts. But if the coins are going to keep me alive, trapped in this warehouse room.
What was the first one? The plastic. What was that? Parentheses. What did that one say?
Surprisingly tasty.
Tasty.
For the packaging.
But if you're wanting to live, you need nutrition. Your body needs its nutrients.
That's the real question. How long am I being sealed into this room? Because it says to survive for the foreseeable future. I could foresee quite a future. Are we talking about years? Can I plant these coins and grow coin trees?
Money trees.
Money trees.
I mean, hey. I guess I would say that, assuming we wouldn't be there forever, neither sounds appealing. And it's important that, and if I do know that one is more nutritious than the other, then I'm just going to go, God, I'll swallow the coins.
Swallow the coins. It's
Don't
got
chew
that
them.
iron
Don't try
taste.
and chew them. Ugh.
I think you would get to a point where you're tired of eating. Like, you wouldn't enjoy eating anymore.
It's like, I remember this is during pandemic times, when I got COVID, I remember like I was taking a couple like pills and stuff. Like I was taking like a lot of vitamin C. I was taking zinc. I was taking more pills than I usually would take. And I did it for like a week, right? And I remember, and this is what other people deal with who take pills all the time. It's like sometimes the last thing you want to do is just swallow a pill. And it's funny because all it is swallowing a pill. Take some water, chug it down, you're fine. But you get to that point, and I understood. It's like, it sounds disgusting, even though it's a pill that has no taste, you just swallow it. So I feel like it would be the same way with coins for sure. It's like, the last thing I want to do is swallow another coin, even if it helps me live.
If they were the Willy Wonka chocolate coins, then
then I'm in.
But if it's quarters, I just swallow a quarter.
If it's like a Kennedy $50, like no, I'm not doing that.
It's like, please let them all be dimes.
Please. Was Kennedy on the $50? Or did I just make that up? I think he was on the $50.
I don't remember a Kennedy. Well, there's been lots of things on a $50. The $50 and the dollar has lots of different people on them, I think. Am I making that up? Maybe I am. Well, because I know the dollar.
I don't want to look it up.
There's lots of dollar ones, like Sacagawea gold dollars, but then there's others as well. Yeah. So I'm not. I'm not sure. I don't know who's on the $50. I thought that's one that had several, but maybe not.
Have you ever seen a $50 in person?
Yeah.
That's
not
cool.
in a long time, but I have.
I'm sure you've seen working in your industry, like there's a till. I'm sure that you've seen people come in with like $2 bills sometimes. I bet you've seen
I got
that
one in my
before.
wallet that came from work.
Cool.
Yeah. It was a
cool.
tip. I didn't just take it out of the drawer, but like, yeah.
Someone tipped a $2 bill.
That's only way you ever see $2 bills is when it's being used for something weird. It'll be like for tips and stuff. Like people hang on to it. Like, I just want to have $2 bills to leave places. And that's what people do. It's weird.
Yeah. Because they're so weird, that's probably why they're not being printed anymore. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, for the same reason that they use them is the same reason why they don't print them now.
It's a strange bill. All right.
It is weird.
Time for one more card, maybe.
Let's do it.
I already see one word on this card, and it's already a weird one. You are in the showers at a swimming pool, and an old man stands next to you. You notice he has pulled his trunks up too far, and a testicle is hanging out the bottom.
I've seen this for real. Go on.
I say this is hitting too close to home. Do you A, tell him before he walks into the main pool area, or B, not say anything and let him face the embarrassment of swimming with a nut out?
Can you swimming with a nut out?
Swimming with a nut out.
I don't know about you, but this doesn't seem hard to me.
Yeah.
Like I would just go, "Hey, buddy." Like no, when I were like 12, you know, when you're the 12-year-old and you're like in the locker room and you see all these like naked old men, it's like, oh my God, you're nervous and you feel weird. But like at this point in my life, I'd be like, "Hey, sir, sorry, you got a ball out." I wouldn't mind saying that. I wouldn't say it like that, but it's, "Hey, you might want to move your shorts down a little bit."
So would you say it in a tongue-in-cheek way, like, "Cold today, isn't it?"
I'm going to tell you yes, but I know in real life I wouldn't do that. In real life, I would just say, "Sir, sorry, you might want to pull your shorts down a little bit."
Because I just feel like you have to say something because, like, if you're at a swimming pool, you can't let the old man walk. Like, we're worried about him being embarrassed when he goes out to the main swimming pool area. There might be kids out there. They're going to be haunted by the vision of this old man. So,
right,
like,
and one testicle, where'd the other one go? Like, they need to be together.
They
don't need to be apart.
I guess the other one's all hooked up on the shorts, right? You'd think he would notice.
I know. Well, the older you get, not to get graphic, but the more they hang. So, I guess they have that room to.
They don't go numb though when you get old, right? This is something
that's
they don't
true.
tell
Obviously,
you
you
about.
can still feel them,
right? They don't tell you about this about getting older. Do you go numb when you get older? Because I need to know about this.
Yeah. Well, in general, it sounds like you'd tell them too. That's what it sounds like.
I think I would, but I think that's just the right thing to do.
Either that, or you all rally all the other men together and you all walk out with the ball out and just you own it. Come on, guys.
Do you tell the old man that that's why you're doing it? Like he sees everyone hiking up their shorts, nutting out, and he doesn't know he is. So like he's trying to stop all of you, and you're like, "No, one for all, and all for one."
I like that scenario. They all do it in secret. They don't tell him, but they want to be at his side with one testicle out. And then like he's sitting out, just kind of sunbathing, and he's going, "What's up with all these weird men with their balls out?" And he has no idea that he's got his out. That's
sun's out, balls out.
Balls out. There's another one of our shirts for Merch March. Sun's out, balls out.
Sun's out, balls out. That might actually that might get
that
sales.
Probably exists. I know.
That might get some people because that's like a gag. Hang on, I'm googling "sun's out, balls out." What is the "sun's out, balls out" kids baby T-shirt? Why that kids? Just kind of sound.
When they kind of is it like BALL''s like the sun's out?
Yeah.
Let's get the balls
sun's
out.
Balls out. And now the graphic looks like two golf balls with sunglasses on.
Yeah, they know what they're doing though.
Right, because it's two of them. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right. I guess this idea is not original. That's all I got.
There's our time to close it up. Weston said that's all he's got.
That's all I've got. Our sun's out, balls out idea has been taken by some golfer somewhere, and now I'm too disgruntled to move on.
So now it's time to go.
So now it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
There's a song in there somewhere.
There is.
Thank you all for listening to Profoundish. Whatever platform you're on, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment, 5-star, favorite, etc. We're on social media, on the Twitter, on the TikTok, on the Instagram at Profoundish Pod. Watch us now on Spotify and YouTube, but you can also listen to us on Apple and other podcasting sources as well. In the meantime, Alex, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me in multiple places by just typing in my name, Alex Duquette. You can Google me. I'll be the first thing to come up. That's pretty cool. But best place to go is my website, alexduquette.net. What you can do there is you can see the music that I make. I'm a singer-songwriter, and then I also do things called medleys where I take bits and pieces of TV show theme songs and combine them all together into one big song. It's super fun. Stick around for those medleys this year because the medley catalog is growing. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff. I was sticking to cartoons, and now I'm going to start doing kind of network sitcoms and dramas, and I'm really kind of excited to kind of get into some of that stuff too, so stick around for that. Weston, what about you?
I've got a website, westonhasty.com. That is a landing page for all the things that I do. In particular, I game on YouTube on a channel called Magic Man Mo, where you can kind of hang out and just enjoy games with me. I've got writing projects in the works, so I'll have more announcements about that when I have more to say about them. But in the meantime, you can check out hastilymadedecision.com for a long archive, a long backlog of things that I've written, short form poetry. And follow me on Twitter at Weston Hasty. I know it's called X now. I just will forever call it Twitter. I'm not even pretending to call it X. I'm just not gonna.
Yeah.
That's Twitter. It for our show. Thank you all so much for listening or watching. And until next time, all right.
All right.